podcast for introverts, INFJs, empaths, highly sensitive people. I find online therapy to be perfect because you don't need to leave your house and we can talk while you're in your pajamas and comfortable and in the safety of your own home. I also leave paper cranes in the community with little messages of hope and healing. And at the end of each of my videos, I go off somewhere and we leave a paper crane together with a message based on today's topic. I'm in full-blown introvert burnout right now. I have no energy. If you're an introvert, I know that you have experienced this too. Some people call it introvert burnout, others call it introvert hangover, and others call it social exhaustion. But I promised myself that today I would film this YouTube video for you. My original idea was actually to talk about, can introverts be loud and love socializing? Let me know in the comments if you would like that as a future video. But with the way that I'm feeling right now, I just felt like I was not vibing with that because I do not feel loud. Normally I feel like I have a lot of energy and I can be louder and more but at the moment I am experiencing introverts burnout or introverts hangover, and gosh, it's not a nice feeling, hey? I get frustrated that as introverts we have to go through this, that we have to feel this way. I am someone, and if you're an INFJ you might relate, but I am someone with big goals and a big vision, and there's a lot that I want to do with my life, but I find that I have to slow myself down and go more at a tortoise pace to be able to achieve my goals. And sometimes I look at extroverts and I wish I could be that. I wish I could be an extrovert and operate the way they operate, because I think, God, I could achieve so much if I have all that energy and didn't need so much downtime and quiet time just to feel normal. I think to a lot of people I come across as an extrovert and I'm not. And I think I can confuse people, especially when they've met me for the first time, because on one hand I'm very warm and welcoming and open arms and love meeting people and love making people feel accepted and welcomed. But then the very next week that they meet me, I could be feeling the way I'm feeling right now, which is overstimulated, over-socialized, introvert burnout. And when I get like that, I can become very standoffish, and I imagine perhaps I come across as rude or like I don't want to talk to them, and I can hide in the shadows. Let's talk about introvert burnout. What is introvert burnout? I think to understand it, we need to understand what being an introvert and being an extrovert is. An introvert is someone that gets their energy from being alone. An extrovert gains their energy from being around people and being in an overstimulated environment. In our brains, and disclaimer, I'm a counsellor, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a scientist. In our brains we have dopamine, which is a feel-good hormone, but it actually feels better for an extrovert. For an introvert, it can sometimes be overstimulating. So when an extrovert is in an environment where it's loud and, I don't know, like a party type of situation with lots of people and music and senses, the dopamine is like, wow, this is awesome, sing, 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 sing. The extrovert feels really good. It's like a reward system. They feel really good, they love it, they're having the best time, and they could keep going on and on and on. that's how they have a good weekend, I guess, after being at work all week. They have a good weekend by being out and about and with people. But for an introvert, when that happens, too much dopamine actually really affects us. And when you're in that loud, sensory overload environment, it can be very draining, very tiring, which is what's happened to me in this past week. So in another video of mine, parenting as an introvert, I'll link it up here somewhere, talk about in your home creating a calm environment, because in your home, that's your safe space. It's your nurturing environment. It's where you can regain your energy. But right now, in this past week, we've had some renovations happening. And so the whole family, we've been sleeping in the kitchen for 3 nights, and there's been no space. There's been no alone time. And we're a family of introverts, so we've all struggled because we've all been in each other's pockets lately, which has been beautiful but also tiring. And then on top of that, as parents, I'm still adjusting to being a school mum and 5 days a week going to school pick up and drop off. I love all the people that I meet there, but I find the environment very overstimulating with the school bell going and kids running everywhere and parents everywhere and lots of small talk and just lots of crowds, and trying to manage my 2 kids to get out of there and doing that 5 days a week is exhausting me, as well as all the taxi mum stuff, taking them to their different activities and then again being in another loud environment, lots of bright lights, lots of sound, lots of small talk with people. Normally I can handle myself pretty well, but with the added part of not having a space to go to be alone and to recharge, I've found that really difficult. So I woke up this morning just feeling like absolute dog shit. And I know that I need to look after myself. And you might be wondering why I'm sharing this, because shouldn't a counsellor have their shit together? Well, I'm not a robot. I'm a human being, and I want you to see that I'm a human. And so when I go through things, I'm happy to share that with you in this space, not in our counselling sessions. Our counselling sessions is about that person, not about me. I'm human, and I go through introvert burnout too. And when I get like this, I can't even listen to music. I just need quiet. So today, my youngest is at daycare and I was able to have a nap, which has helped. And then I've just been pottering around the house. I haven't done anything. I haven't cleaned or anything like that. I've just been in the quiet and in the stillness and just allowing my nervous system to calm down, because I could feel it in that overdrive. You might feel your nervous system is in overdrive when you feel extra irritable, angry, a bit shaky, and if anyone was to touch you, you'd feel like you'd want to scream. Some ways to help calm that down is I love using a weighted blanket. I find that very nurturing, that weight on me. And the quiet, focusing on your breath, some grounding exercises. I've got some videos on some grounding and mindfulness exercises that you can do. Sorry that this has been such a low video, but I just want to keep it real with you. I'm not always bouncy and bubbly. So I'm going to fold a paper crane now, and we're going to go for a drive somewhere, and we'll leave it together. Okay, bye. Why did I kiss you? I don't know.
Whenever paper crane, I like to listen to my intuition, really tap into what my intuition is saying about where I should leave a paper crane. And when I do that, I find that people generally find it and then contact me and let me know that the message that was written was exactly what they needed to hear in that moment. So I really felt my intuition lead me to this lookout that's near my home by the beach, and I'm going to show you the view before we leave the paper crane. It's really beautiful. Okay, let's do this.